to my channel. So in today's video I will be showing you how I prepared my barbecue baby back ribs using my homemade barbecue sauce. I also did my favorite wings, garlic parmesan and sweet chili garlic, and made a condensed version of the cheddar bay biscuit in the microwave. I also made a cheesecake using the recipe from two of my favorite YouTubers, that's Headbangers Kitchen and Michelle. And so I combined the ingredients and did my thing to make my mini cheesecake. So you guys want to stay tuned, watch the video and enjoy. Please remember to like, share and subscribe. Also turn on your notification bell so you don't miss a video when I upload.
So guys, today we're gonna do a dry rub for these 2 pieces of copperwood pork. It's the baby back ribs. I got these at Price Smart, and in the rub I am gonna show you what exactly I used to make it. I went in with some Himalayan sea salt, some Burberry 12 spice seasoning, some Goya all-purpose, onion and garlic powder from all island, some Mrs. Dash original blend, some cumin, and I mix all of that and then spread it all over the ribs and massage it in. Now guys, remember we want to get every area of the ribs coated, so you go in and massage your meat and make sure that it's well coated. All right, right, so guys, this was a Saturday night. I was seasoning this piece of ribs for my Sunday dinner, and I also prepared some wings. I'll show you exactly how I did that. I made some garlic parmesan wings and some sweet garlic chili. I did it in my previous video, but it was the easiest thing for me to do that night, so I did record it to show you guys again how I created these fabulous flavors for my wings. So after I seasoned the pork, I just put it in a Ziploc bag, put it in the fridge for it to marinate overnight. So I have here 2 pounds of wings, which I'm gonna season. I use the exact blend of seasoning that I used on the pork, except that I added some all-purpose seasoning from Vineyard Spice, and that's the bulk seasoning that I totally rave about. Right, so I also went in with some baking powder because I wanted that chicken to be very crispy, and the baking powder helps to take out the moisture of the chicken. So I went in with about a teaspoon of baking powder. Guys, please remember to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Also turn on your notification bell so you don't miss an episode when we upload a new video. After I'm finished mixing all the spices together, I'm gonna just toss this all over the meat and get it well combined, and you'll see it has a nice little creamy coating. I'll show you that in a little bit, but it has a nice creamy coating after everything is combined. And then basically we're gonna just fry this up in some extra virgin olive oil and do 2 batches, one for the garlic parmesan and one for the sweet chili garlic sauce. Guys, as usual, we season our cooking oil. This is extra virgin oil, and I did put in a piece of garlic, ginger, and a scotch bonnet pepper, so get that oil well seasoned and ready for the wings. I added just a small amount at a time, probably 4 to 5 pieces, so we don't get that temperature dropping, and so it's crisp and nice when we take them out. Here's my first batch of chicken for the garlic parmesan, and the second batch will be with the Kammyketoja garlic chili sauce that I'm gonna sweeten up with some stevia, but I'm still frying the wings, so I'll do the garlic parmesan first. I'm gonna melt some butter, some garlic butter, and spread it all over the wings, and then add my parmesan, shake it up, and then set it one side until the other batch of wings are ready, and we'll add the sweet chili sauce to it and add it to the oven for about 8 minutes. Guys, these wings are great for a Friday evening or a Saturday evening kind of vibes. You can definitely get the feel like you're eating out. It's a nice finger food to have if you're having company over, or just if you want to do something quick and easy and very tasty, because I'm telling you, these wings are bomb. So I'm gonna go in and coat all the wings with the sweet garlic chili sauce and add it to the oven for the 8 minutes. And then I'm gonna show you guys my very quick and easy mini version of my cheddar bay biscuits. These are biscuits that I'd normally get when I go on vacation overseas at Red Lobster, but usually I do a long baking process, about 50 minutes. This one is just about 5 minutes, and it's just one serving that I use the regular ingredients, but I condensed it, and I do the baking actually in the microwave as opposed to the oven. So stay tuned for that one. It's a great side to have with any dish you're having. Now guys, this is the container that I'll be doing the cheddar bay biscuit in. It's a regular storage container, and inside of it I have 1 tablespoon of melted garlic butter, to which I'm gonna add 3 tablespoons of almond flour, and this is the super fine almond flour blanched from the Kirkland brand. I bought this particular bag from Amazon, and I'm gonna add some sour cream, about a half a tablespoon, to this mix. This one was finishing, but I did get the half tablespoon from it, so we're going with that. This is something that you definitely need to have in your fridge, sour cream, if you're on keto. It adds a lot of vibe to your tacos, to your cheddar bay biscuit, to certain baking and stuff like that. So this is a must have in your fridge. I'm gonna add one I'm gonna add some garlic powder, and then I'm gonna go in just a dash to your liking, by the way. You don't have to do it if you don't like it, because there's garlic butter already. I'm adding a quarter cup of cheese. I didn't have any sharp cheddar, so I used my Mexican 4-cheese mix that I usually get from Price Mart. I'm gonna add some baking powder, 1 teaspoon of it to be exact, to this mix. And then I'm gonna add my last ingredient, which is 1 medium-sized egg. So after I'm finished adding the egg, we're gonna mix this up with a fork, well combine, and add it to the microwave. I did it for 2.5 minutes because my cheese was frozen, and so it needed that extra 30 seconds. But if not, when my cheese is usually room temperature, I do 2 minutes, and it's well cooked. It's a nice soft garlic cheesy bread that is a replica of the cheddar bay biscuit. So guys, I just pulled my sweet chili garlic wings from the oven. It's all ready. So my garlic parmesan is ready, and my sweet chili garlic is ready, and I can't wait to dig in. This is also my finished cheddar bay biscuit, my mini biscuit. It's fluffy and nice, airy. It is just awesome. You have to try this one. Now guys, after I let this bread cool, I slice it up and made my plate with some garlic parmesan, sweet chili garlic, and my cheddar bay biscuit. So it's Sunday morning and we're about to do those ribs. I'm gonna add it to my pressure cooker, and I'm gonna add some seasoning and some water to it and get it ready to boil a little, pressurize, cook a little, and then we're gonna add some homemade barbecue sauce to it and broil it in the oven. So I added some all-purpose, some garlic powder, some cayenne pepper, and a little salt. and I'm gonna add 1.5 cups of water to the pot as well to get this meat tenderized. After it's finished in the pressure cooker, we'll add some homemade barbecue sauce. Guys, that was epic. I boiled down some tomatoes and made a fabulous homemade barbecue sauce that was totally sugar free but sweet and nice. Like, I enjoyed eating that. I made some wings with it, and now I'm trying it on this fabulous piece of pork. I can't wait. Guys, I also added some herbs to this because we want to keep it very flavorful, and we do allow the water that we add to kill all the flavor that we used from last night to season the pork. So that is why we went in with that little extra top up of seasoning to just put back what the water would have taken. So there you go. I'm ensuring that the pressure cooker is locked and it is on closed, and then I'm gonna set it for 30 minutes on soups and meat to soup and stew for 30 minutes, right guys? So let's just get that cooking. Guys, as you can see, we have some cream cheese, some almond flour, and some butter on the counter, ready to get this cheesecake on. Yes guys, I said it, cheesecake. Now this is the mini version of Headbangers very colorful cheesecake, the one with the purple swirl. I had to try it out on camera, and so those are my berries that I'll be using, and this is the berry from Price Mart. Though it comes with like about 4 packs of this berry, and it's frozen, so I took it out, thaw it out, and I'm gonna blend it up to make a puree to get things started. I can't wait to show you guys the finished product. I have my duchy, it fell and broke, so don't come from a pot. So I'm gonna add my pureed berries to the mix. I added a little to the blender and blend it all up. I have to strain it because there's a lot of seeds, so we're gonna strain it out, add it to the pot, add some sweetener, and boil it down to like a jam consistency. And we do that first because it needs to get down to room temperature, guys. So that is why I strain it. I'm doing the berry section first. So I'm going in with some stevia, and this is from the Member Select brand. Guys, it's the little packets that I open and just measure out a 1/4 cup of. That took some effort because I haven't found a complete bag of stevia that I can use. So I'm mixing all of this up, and then I'm gonna add it to the stove to boil down to that jam consistency so I can get it cool down for the cake in a little bit. Now I'm gonna make my crust, and I'm gonna use about a tablespoon or a tablespoon and a half of butter. Guys, you see I'm chunking off a bit of butter because I'm gonna use some later on, so I just want it to melt a good amount. So don't watch the amount of butter that I'm melting right now. I only use about a 1/4 or a half of it in the crust that I'm gonna make. So you have to melt down the butter, and we're gonna add some almond flour to this container while the butter is melting, and put in some allspices and some sweetener to get it sweet and flavorful. From time to time, you'll see me go by the stove to stir that jam a bit, so don't mind that. I'm gonna go in with a 1/4 cup of this raw almond flour. I like this flour because it gives you like a wheat kind of vibe, and it worked out perfectly for this recipe because of the look it has. So I'm going in with about a quarter cup. You'll see me topping it up because I didn't use a full quarter cup here, but initially it's a quarter cup that I use. The container that I'm gonna bake the cake in is about a 6-inch pan. It's a foil container, so I didn't want to use too much at a time. So guys, my measurements were not as accurate initially, but you'll see me topping up each time or whatever to get that right amount to bake the cake. So I'm adding in some allspice to kick up the flavor, and then I'm gonna add my melted butter. Mix it all up to get a crumbly kind of effect, and then I'm gonna put it in the foil pan. As I said before, I went in with a little extra flour and butter to top it up to that quarter cup of mixture. Now guys, after I'm finished mixing it, I've added some baking paper to the bottom of the foil pan that I'm gonna use, and I'm gonna just add the almond mixture to the bottom, the crust, and I'm gonna press this down into the pan to bake for about 15 minutes. So press it out, ensure that it comes up into the side and it's even. I went in with a spoon to smooth it out, and to create that nice even surface to add the cheese mixture on it. And then we're gonna add it to the oven to bake for a bit. I use a toaster oven, guys, so every time you hear me talk about oven, I don't like that stove. I'm not cooking that much of a that large quantity to use the stove each time, so I use my toaster oven. I'm gonna put it at 350 and just let it bake for about 15 minutes. So after I added this crust to the oven, we're gonna start our cheesecake batter. Now guys, it's very important to have all these ingredients at room temperature. I'm going in with some Green Mountain cream cheese, and this is the 8-ounce pack. I'm using all of it. The cheese is soft and ready to mix out, nice and creamy. This is an 8-ounce block of cream cheese that I'm using for this amount of recipe, for this particular recipe. So I'm adding it to the container, and then I'm gonna add my egg and spices. I went in with some vanilla, a teaspoon of lemon, and I think I did add some cinnamon to it, or one of the spices, some mixed spices or some cinnamon, but And I'm not leaving any cream cheese on that pack because it's expensive, so I'm trying to get it off there. I didn't, so I had to wipe it off, but I'm not leaving any on the pack. Bear with me, guys. Remember to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Help it to grow, help me to, be accountable on this journey, cooking fabulous food and enjoying losing weight while eating all of this goodness. So I'm using my hand mixer to cream this cheese, and after which I'm gonna add the other mixture to it, the other ingredients to it. I'm gonna add some lemon, 1 teaspoon of the organic liquid lemon. I get this from Clamars in Kings Plaza. Lemon is scarce, and so I buy organic lemon. I prefer to use this anyways because it's easier for me, and so that's what I'm adding. I'm also gonna go in with a teaspoon of vanilla. Later on you'll see me topping up this butter. Now guys, it's very important to taste your butter before you add it to the crust, because you want the right level of sweetness, you want the right level of spices, etc., before you add it, because there's no going back from there. I'm adding the remainder of my sweetener to the butter as well, and then I'm gonna mix this up before I go in with my egg. So guys, after I'm finished doing this mix, I'm gonna taste it and ensure that it's to my liking. I added a little more sweetener to the mix, but I went in with some Swerve confectionate sweetener because I really couldn't manage to open the next packet of sweetener at the moment. So I went in with just about 2 tablespoons of the Swerve confectionate sweetener and a little more lemon juice. I think that was it that I went in with. So top it up, and I think some vanilla. I added the remainder of the vanilla, which would bring the vanilla side of it to 1.5 teaspoon. Right, so it after I added these added ingredients, the batter was to my liking and ready to be added to the crust. Now guys, it's time to pull the crust from the oven, so I'm gonna do that, set the butter one side and get my jam ready for all the excitement. That's my finished crust, guys, all ready for the cheese batter. And I'm gonna mix the half of the cheese batter in with the jam, some of the jam, and the other half I'm gonna leave to be plain. So I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna spoon it into a cup and then add the jam to it, mix it all up to get the berry flavor and to get that nice color, to the marbling effect. And this is what took the recipe viral. The marbling effect of this cheesecake is a very pretty. I'm gonna add the berries to it now and mix it all up. Guys, remember this jam mixture must be at room temperature before you add it to the cream cheese. That's very important, because you don't want to start the cooking process of this mixture in whatever container that you're mixing it up in. So ensure that the berry jam is cool before adding it to the cheesecake mix. Alright guys, now after I'm finished mixing all of that together, getting it well combined, I'm gonna spoon it onto the crust, layer by layer. So I'll go alternatively. I'll do some white and then some purple. I'll do some white and then some purple to get that nice marble look. And guys, remember to subscribe. So I'm a little extra, so you'll see me going and use the fork and create a little pretty design on the top, because that's what we are, artistic, you know, just a little extra. Guys, I'm gonna add it to the oven. Now you're not gonna let this bake completely because it needs to finish in the fridge. So we're gonna add it to the oven on about 350 for about 20 to 30 minutes, but there still must be a jiggle in the middle. Meanwhile, I pull the pork and we're gonna take it out, add it to a foil tray and get the base ready for it to go back in the oven to broil. Now this pork is all the way tender and we just can't wait to get in this pork. So we're gonna add it, and as I mentioned, I did make my own barbecue sauce because I couldn't get an unsweetened barbecue sauce locally at the moment, and the one I had fell and break, and so I had to just get down in the kitchen and create my own. So we're gonna add that to the tray and then base it front and back with the barbecue sauce that I made. Now guys, you can use any barbecue sauce, unsweetened barbecue sauce that you want if you're following the ketogenic or low carb lifestyle. If not, you can go in with your favorite barbecue sauce and base it onto the baby back ribs as you like. Now guys, I'm gonna add this to the oven on broil for about 15 minutes, 7 minutes on each side, and pull the cheesecake out to go into the fridge. Now there is a jiggle in the middle, and we're gonna let that go into the fridge for about 3 to 4 hours to completely set. Hopefully it's set by dessert time. So that is it. I'm gonna come back in a few. Guys, so the pork is finished, and it's nicely broiled, and we're gonna plate this up. The pork was very tender, no lies, very tender, very tasty. That nice smoky flavor from the barbecue sauce did it justice. It was very good. Now I made some low carb pasta and did this half of the serving size, and added a garden salad, and I'm gonna add just 1 slab of the pork. Yes, 1 whole rack of rib. You see that fork sliding through? The pork was very tender. So, all right, I'm gonna add that to my plate. Show you guys the finished look. And there you have it. I'm gonna add some feta cheese and some ranch dressing to my salad, and that will be dinner. I got my feta cheese from Price Mart and my ranch dressing from Family Pride Supermarket, and I use the Kraft brand at the moment. Guys, if this isn't food porn, like seriously, if this isn't food porn, I don't know what food porn is. Okay guys, you have to try this recipe. This copperwood pork, this baby back ribs was very tender, fall off the bone tender, very nice. Guys, you have to try it. Guys, I just took the cheesecake from the fridge. Now honestly, it could have stayed in there for our next hour to completely set, but guys, you know when you're just excited, that was me. I was mad excited to cut a slice of this cheesecake, and I couldn't wait. No, to even get it out of the container, to rip that foil container apart, to get out that cheesecake without it breaking. I had to pray about 3 times before I tear that foil paper. But guys, stay to the end. I did an amazing plating of this cheesecake, and listen, the cake did turn right up. Guys, if you want to start your journey, know this is the kind of vibe you have to have in your kitchen. Create your own dishes, create dishes using other people's recipe and enhancing it to make it your own. Style it up a bit, ensure that you feel like you're out dining. You understand? This gives me life. It keeps me motivated and helps me to stay on my journey, and I hope it will help you as well. Guys, keep the likes coming. I want to hear from you in the comment section. I'm looking forward to helping you while you help me. Guys, I'm kind of extra and I had to do a sexy plating, so this is me going in with cheesecake. As I said, it needed to set a little more, but it didn't kill the whole vibe, and I'm gonna plate it and enjoy every bit of it. Right, guys? So remember, like, share, subscribe, and I'll definitely see you soon. Enjoy the rest of the video. I hope you enjoyed all of what I cooked between Saturday and Sunday, and I hope to see you recreate the recipes. You can tag me on Instagram at Kammyketoja. I'm looking forward to seeing and hearing from you. Bye, guys.